On behalf of Travis Diskin and myself, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join us here today. We've called this press conference as citizens who are deeply concerned about the direction that our state has been heading over the last several years as it relates to both personal and corporate taxes. The percentage of income taxes paid by corporations, and particularly large multi-state and multinational corporations operating in Oregon, has gone from nearly 20% in the mid-1970s to less than 5% today. Oregon has had for several years one of the 10 highest tax rates for personal income taxes and among the lowest rates for corporate taxes in the United States. We believe that businesses, particularly multi-state and multinational corporations operating in Oregon, should pay more of their fair share. And as a testament to that belief, Travis Diskin and I have this morning filed an initiative petition to remove the corporate kicker from the Oregon Constitution. We're focused on the corporate kicker because it is a relatively simple fix that will help Oregon keep a great deal of revenue that has been leaving the state over the last 28 years. Moreover, we believe that this will help strengthen Oregon's business climate, particularly if a portion of the money is permanently diverted to a reserve fund, a so-called rainy day fund, to help guard against potential cuts to vital state services during periods of economic downturn. This is particularly important given recent indications that Oregon may be headed into another recession. Additionally, we have formed a political action committee, Citizens for Tax Fairness, which is a miscellaneous committee that will support political candidates and organizations who stand with us in our efforts to eliminate the corporate kicker and who will support legislative action, ballot initiatives, and other efforts to create a fairer tax system in the state of Oregon. We are very thankful that a coalition of business interests have agreed to a one-time diversion of the corporate kicker to fund a state reserve during the current biennium, and we look forward to working with those organizations during the coming campaign. But although this was an important first step, we do not believe that this is the long-term solution that Oregonians are looking for. As many of you know, I ran for the state legislature in 2006. I campaigned on this issue as a Democrat in a very conservative district, and I found a great deal of support for this issue. I believe that Oregon is ready for this change. That same year, I worked with Travis Diskin, who led the signature gathering effort to collect nearly 250,000 signatures for 2 campaign finance reform measures. And more recently, Travis collected roughly 30,000 signatures to help form the Independent Party of Oregon. We intend to be a part of this conversation over the next 2 years around this issue. We will put this initiative on the ballot in 2010 unless we see drastic movement toward a permanent, long-term fix to stabilize Oregon's tax system and to restore a greater measure of tax fairness for Oregon's small businesses and working families. We are also pleased to note that yesterday, the East Oregonian newspaper jumped our official launch by going on record in support of the elimination of the corporate kicker. We hope that the editorial boards of the newspapers, both those represented here today and those around the state, will join them in taking that position. If you'd like more information about us or our efforts, we'd like to have you visit our website, www.kickthekicker.org.